This is an excerpt from It's a Jungle Out There in Search of the Perfect Customer. Today we're going to talk about customer surveys. Customer surveys, they make absolutely no sense to me. Not the way they're being done today. In most customer surveys, they say, pick a number from 1 to 10 and they ask you about 10 questions. The only thing a customer survey is ever going to teach you is that you're coming in somewhere between average and mediocre. They've forgotten. Corporations of America have forgotten. They're supposed to be trying to achieve excellence. Instead, basically what they're doing is they're trying to make sure they didn't screw up. It's excellence we're after. Let's look at this a little bit further. On most of those, like I said, it's a number from 1 to 10. Some people like you, some people don't like you. So some are going to rate you an 8 or a 9 or a 7, hardly ever 10. Some people are going to give you a 3 or a 4. What the American corporations do is they take all these surveys, they throw them into a computer, the computer chops up all the numbers, and you end up with what? About a 6.5, somewhere between average and mediocre. Somebody said it, I wish I knew who said it first because I'd sure love to give them credit, but if you want a better answer, ask a better question. If you want a better answer, ask a better question. That's what surveys should be doing. I'm going to give you one brief example. They never ask, what's that one more thing we could have done to have made your experience better? What's that one more little thing we could have done to have made that experience absolutely perfect? They don't ask that. They say, rate us from 1 to 10. How did we do? So I'm going to give you a brief example here. There's a casino in Las Vegas that has a great salad bar. Absolutely great salad bar. I love the place. And they always ask me, how was it? And I always tell them, very good, thank you very much, and it's reasonably priced, and that's all great. But they have never asked me, is there one thing we could do that would make this, the perfect buffet for you? And there is, just one itty-bitty little thing. If they would just add bean sprouts to the salad bar, something that would hardly cost them anything, and yet it would make me give them a 10. Just the mere fact that they asked, I'd probably up it one notch if we were going on the number system. But the number system doesn't tell you what the people really want. It doesn't really tell you how you did. If you want a better answer, ask a better question. So, why would we not go one more step and say, well, what is that one thing we could have done? Right now, with the 1 to 10 system, they always have a place in the bottom that says comments. Well, people don't know what's right in there, and besides, they probably don't want to write anything in there because they don't believe anybody's ever going to read it. A few of us, I'm sure, have written comments before, and sure as heck, the next time you go, nothing's different, nothing's changed, so you figured they're not reading them, so you quit doing it. But if you asked the better question, what's the one thing we could do that would make this experience better for you, then the people will stop and think. Yes, you have to put a little bit more money into it. But maybe not. You can ask thousands and thousands of people to rate you 1 to 10, and that's not going to hardly cost you anything because you threw it through the computer. Or you can ask a few hundred people a much better question and then actually read the answers and see what the people are telling you. Your customers will always, always, always tell you how to keep them as a customer. They will always tell you what you can do to make them even a better customer or that perfect customer. All you have to do is learn to take the time and listen to your customers, and they will tell you how to get there. Your customers can no more be a perfect customer than you are a perfect corporation. I'm going to repeat that. Your customers can no more be a perfect customer than you are as a perfect corporation to them. And that is the trick. You have to learn to see it through their eyes, and the only way you're going to do that is to learn to listen to them. This was just one small segment, one small example of what is taught in the presentation. It's a jungle out there in search of the perfect customer.